Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs C.D. Keita presented government's mid-year 2025 budget performance to lawmakers at the National Assembly on Monday, highlighting strong revenue growth alongside an ongoing fiscal deficit. Key highlights from the report revealed that total revenue excluding project grants reached $13.78 billion in the first half of 2025, marking a 29% increase compared to $10.69 billion during the same period last year. This revenue accounts for 43% of the annual budget target of $32.10 billion and exceeds the mid-year target of $12.61 billion by 9%. The strong revenue performance, Minister said, was driven primarily by improvements in taxes on profits and capital gains, taxes on goods and services, taxes on international trade and transport, as well as non-tax revenues from ministries, departments and agencies known as the MDAs. On the expenditure side, Minister Keita said total spending amounted to $14.51 billion, representing 45% of the annual budget of $32.30 billion. Key areas of expenditure included personal emoluments, which had a 54% execution rate, subsidies and transfers at 53%, and domestic interest payments at 47%. Despite these positive indicators, the budget recorded a deficit of $724,084,000 by the end of June 2025. Sources have informed the Standard newspaper that the salaries and allowances of serving judges have been revised upward. The story is written by Omar Ba of the Standard newspaper. According to the latest increment, the Chief Justice's monthly salary has now risen from $189,655 to $290,000, while Supreme Court judges' salaries have risen from $147,500 to $211,000. The President of the Court of Appeal from $137,750 to $190,000, and High Court judges from $108,975 to $154,000. Also, the fuel allocation to the Chief Justice, Supreme Appeal, and High Courts and President of the Court of Appeal combined totals to $190,000. According to this story, when contacted for comments on the issue, Finance Minister C.D. Keita confirmed the increment, but was quick to clarify that the increment is within the judiciary's approved budget. He said the judiciary had argued that judges were not catered in the last salary review. Quote, "They were not catered for in the salary increment. I think this is why they came up with the decision to increase their salaries. It should be understood that the budget for the judiciary is an isolated budget of its own. It is not the executive who just got up and decided to increase their salary. We don't have that power," he said. Minister Keita said the National Assembly, IAC, and the judiciary deal with their own budgets from approval to execution. Quote, "The only thing is they cannot spend outside the approved envelope," he noted. The police in Bundung have arrested Lamarana Barry, also known as General Barry, the prime suspect in the fatal motorbike accident that resulted in the death of 19-year-old Tyrone Barry on June 28, 2025. According to the police, the arrest was made early this morning following a tip-off, and Lamarana Barry is currently held at the Bundung police station. He is cooperating with investigators as they work to determine the full circumstances of the incident. The police reaffirmed their commitment to pursuing justice and ensuring accountability in this case. On Friday, September 5, 2025, police in Brikama received a report concerning the suspected ghost-related death of Dauda Sise, a 19-year-old Gambian from Mandua. The deceased was rushed to the Brikama District Hospital after consuming the substance, but later died. Police visited the hospital where the body remains in the mortuary pending a possible post-mortem examination. The Gambia Police Force has strongly warned the public, especially young people, against the consumption of Khush and other harmful substances due to their serious health and life risks. 6 more Gambian migrant workers who recently traveled to Spain under the bilateral labor agreement between the Gambia and Spain have absconded. This story is written by Tabora Bojang of the Standard newspaper. According to the report, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, Motseka, told Standard yesterday that the six were part of 37 seasonal workers who completed their 3-month stay in Spain and were supposed to return to Banjul. He said they absconded along the way. However, Pierre Sega could not confirm whether the rest of the migrant workers due back have arrived home, saying they were supposed to depart from Spain on Saturday. He said his ministry is taking account of the issue and will report to the public in due course, including publication of the identities of those who absconded. Meanwhile, in July, 3 migrants known as Fode Mariga, Sidia Kebe, and Demba Keta absconded from the farm after they failed to report to the authorities for their scheduled work and residence permits processing appointments.